Hey all you collectible fans, Matt here, and welcome back to the 1284. In this video, I recently got back one of my 25 book pre-screens dating all the way back to April, but thank God we finally got it back, so we're gonna unbox it, see what we hit and what we didn't. Stay tuned. Okay, so I have sent out, as I probably have said numerous times, a number of books that have been waiting. I finally got one back today. This is, I believe, my 25 book pre-screen from April-ish. I think that is what it is. It's not the heaviest box. They're all 9/8, so I don't have to worry about hiding anything. But I just cut the box. I can tell you that just by looking at it, I don't know how good we did on this one. We're gonna see. But depending on how this comes out, I've kind of figured out a theory on maybe how to kind of handle some of my books and how I'm gonna submit going forward in the future, given that it has become, at least in my opinion, a lot tougher to get 9.8s. So let's go through them and we'll see how we did. I'm just gonna pull these out. This is the rejects. This is a thick one. That is never good, but you know, just by looking, it looks like maybe hit like 12 or 13, we will see. So let's see what we've got. Let's just pull one out. And the first book's a banger. This is Marvel Team Up 131. Wow, this one came back in a 9/8. This is actually fantastic. This is the first appearance, it's noted, of the White Rabbit, Lorena Dodson. Very, very difficult book because it is a black cover to get in a 9/8. I submitted this once before it was rejected. I did press this one and submit it again, and this one came back a 9/8. It's funny because when you look at the book, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it from here, you know, it's not perfect. It's just not perfect. But it is in a really nice condition. There are no spine ticks that I can see. Maybe a little bit of a wave to the cover, nothing crazy. I don't know if that reverted back after pressing, but it is from 1983, which has now been just super hard. If you're looking for Bronze Age books to hit a 9/8, you are going to have a difficult time. Just telling you based on what I've submitted and done. I have a theory for that, and I will go over that at the end, but I'm really happy that book. I will put prices as always, so you should see them as I do these for the last price. I know that book was at some point in time $1,000 in a 9/8. I think it has dropped significantly. I don't know what it's going for now, but I will post that. And I'm seeing books dip right now, right before the holidays. This is November. So, I mean, now is a good time to buy if you can. I mean, obviously within your price range and all that, but I am seeing some really good prices on some books lately. Next up, this is G.I. Joe. This is Sierra Muerte #1 from IDW. This particular cover is one of the limited. There's only 300 prints. This was an IDW exclusive one that they had. It sold for about $25. I'm really excited to see this come back in a 9/8. It's listed as sketch cover, nothing else. However, I'm a little pissed off because I don't know if you can see that on here or if it's going to show up, but there is a huge, maybe I can catch it, huge scuff on the back of this book right here. Just huge. You know, I don't know whether I'm going to call CGC on it or let it be, but that's just quality control. That's just scratched up. Huge scuff. Everything else looks good. I have no complaints to anything else. The book's nice. And this one comes back in a 9/8, but that's scuff. I mean, that sucks. It's just quality control. Let's see. Next one up. Okay, another one. Fantastic Four 354. This is the first appearance of Casey, the conductor. This book was hot back for spec regarding Loki. This book has significantly died down. Casey, I believe Casey was the gentleman, going back to the Loki series, that was sitting at the desk, if you haven't seen it, with the Infinity Stone. So, you know, this book did get rejected. I did have this one repressed. It looked good to me, and I'm really glad this one came back in at 9/8. Slab looks good. I don't see any issues particularly with this book. This is a 1991 book, so again, another harder one to crack in a 9/8, but this was in fantastic condition. Like I said, it was rejected, pressed, resubmitted, and now we have a 9/8. So that is always nice. Another banger. Really happy. Amazing Spider-Man 265, the first appearance of Silver Sable. Again, another book I had submitted. It was rejected. I pressed it, sent it back, and this one hit. This one I was probably a little bit more iffy. You know, this, I will tell you, has some ticks. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, or you're going to be able to see it. It has a, you know, the black cover, but it does have very, very minor, I would say, one to maybe two or so ticks. You know, am I happy it's a 9/8? Sure. Is it staying in my collection? Sure. Could I see this one easily get rejected? Absolutely. This is going to be one that you guys can kind of leave comments and below, and I may put some photographs, like close-ups, so you can see. You know, keep in mind, not every book that's a 9/8 is perfect, but I'm amazed because this is a 1985 ASM book, and they have been really strict on grading. So I don't know, maybe we'll have some other really good hits in here. I'll see what's obviously what we missed on, but I'm a little surprised. You know, sometimes you may think it's not a 9/8. I would have thought this one maybe, you know, this is a close call, but I wouldn't have been surprised if this one missed, at least looking at it, you know, encapsulated and being able to see that. I will take some pictures and show you guys and get your thoughts. I mean, is it fair? Is it not fair? I mean, I'm not selling it. It's staying in my collection, so I'm not going to complain. But it's definitely something to note, because when you're submitting books, you need to look at this stuff. You need to say, you know, is this... I will tell you, the way I do it is I submit about 10 books in the 80s and 90s, harder books, and I submit a lot of, even though they're all modern, newer books, I would say, like the one I'm going to show you. And then, you know, I kind of play the odds, because that's what it is. Some people say, why don't you submit a 9/6 pre-screen? Why don't you do a 9/4? Why don't you just send it in for regular grading? I feel like if I do that, it's an easy way for them to just dump it and say, nope, we'll give you a 9/6 or we'll give you a 9/4. That's just my feeling. Everybody may be a little different. So I like to submit the 9/8 because it's either a 9/8 or it's not. And especially for a lot of the modern ones. And like I said, if I don't hit on the 80s books or the Bronze Age ones, I will press them. I'll submit it again. I will keep trying, unless it's just, I can see that this is never going to happen. If it's a close call, I will submit it, because it's up to, you know, grading is subjective. Somebody has a good day, you're going to have a good day. So here, like I said, a newer book. This is the A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, the Behemoth Comics. This is the, who is this? The Walter variant. This is the I think it was like a 1 in 10, something like that. One from the cover A, which is just the girl, and I think it's like a black or red background shroud. This one I submitted, you know, I look like a really nice book. It is one of the thicker cardstock, so it's always a chance for a 9.9. Not that I'm expecting to get that anytime soon, but submitted it. Nice to get a 9.8. Again, this one has some scuffing on it. You know, these books, you know, I waited since April for these books, so it's a little disappointing when you do see scuffing. Nothing major, you know. Is this, and I don't know if I'm gonna catch the light for you to see it. Is it worth sending it back and all? You know, this one to me, not really worth it. The other book, I don't know. We're gonna see, but it is annoying when you're paying for that kind of quality and service, and it's, you know, and it's taken 7 months, and you're getting books back with that condition. Excuse me. Obviously, in my opinion, nobody's looking at it. And that just may be overworked. You can tell me what you think below. Next one, Taskmaster number 3. This is the second printing. This is a Wonderworld Comics exclusive. And I think it's considered, yeah, slimy variants. Sailfish and Wonderworld Comics exclusive noted. This is the first appearance. I'm not going to even try and say his name because I will butcher it. But it is the, I believe, Korean superhero. So, yeah, South Korea's mightiest hero. So this one I got, you know, just because it was the variant cover, I wanted to submit it as a second printing and all. And this is a newer book. This one was not pressed, and obviously came back in a 9.8. So, next one up. All right. This is not bad timing. Incredible Hulk 418. This is the first appearance of Talos the Untamed. Now, there are two different kinds of covers. This is the wedding invitation gatefold. So this one would actually open up into like an invitation. And it notes it as the collector's edition on the label. First appearance of Talos the Untamed, the gatefold die cut cover. I picked this book up, you know, back in, I think it was like March or February for $5. Looked like a really good book, you know, especially for a 1994 Incredible Hulk one. Book was in great condition. Really glad it made that 9.8. I'm looking to see, slab looks pretty good. I don't see any real problems with this one. I think this is, oh, never mind. Yeah, this is scuffed as well. I don't know if it's going to show or I'm getting anywhere in the correct vicinity or the light on this. But this is another scuffed one. It's really disappointing to see all of these books scuffed like that. You know, I mean, they're all in bags. You know, the packaging is not bad. It's got to be something on the end of when they're slabbing these books. I just don't get it. Champions number 1. This is the Midtown Comics color variant. There's a bunch of other ones. I had the monochrome one that I just had sent in my September pre-screen that came back like 2 weeks later. This was the original one I sent back way in April. Not a hugely expensive book. I think cover A goes for about $150 or something. This Midtown variant, there's a number of different variants, tons of different ones. This variant you can pick up for about $5 or $6. I think it goes for around, and I'll put the price up, but I think it goes for around 80, 90 bucks. You know, if you're gonna spec on a Champions team, I think stocking up on this isn't bad, especially for the price, for $5. And even cover A I think is about 10 bucks, which is still not bad either. There are some additional really nice variants. Kamala Khan Negative Space one from John Tyler. I have that in a 9.8. That is a more expensive book, around I paid 50 or 60 raw, and that goes for, I believe, 200 plus. Next up, cool, another nice one. So King in Black number 1. This is the Virgin Blacklight edition or variant. I actually sent in 2 of these. These are limited to 1,000. I was able to pick up 2 different copies, 2 different locations, about $25 each. Very, very pretty, beautiful covers with the King in Black. It's considered the McCone Virgin Edition Black Light. There is a trade dress of this. I don't know what the number is. It may be 1,500 to 3,000. This one I do know is 1,000. I submitted 2 of these because I had 2 copies, so I submitted 2. So we got at least one in a 9/8. I'm hoping we got the other in a 9/8, so I can put one up for sale, help pay for this box. This one, the slab looks good, no problems with it. So, well, I say that and I keep seeing this every time. Nope, this one's got scuffing too. All these slabs. I mean, am I gonna throw a fit and probably call it? Probably not on that. But it is annoying. You should know that. And I mean, if this was a Silver Age book that I spent a lot of money for on these 9/8 pre-screens, I'm not going to really worry about it because these are not major mega books. But I would be pissed. You know, not that I should give CGC any slack for that, but I mean, just to deal with it for it is just incredible. And it looks like the whole batch of these has little imperfections on it. Again, another copy, so we hit on both of them, which is really, really nice. So this one will probably go up for sale on Shortbox as well. So 1,000 print King in Black McCone one. I do not know what that's going for. We'll have to take a look, and I'll post that. I got 4 books left, so it looks like we actually hit 14 based on that. Wolverine: The Origin #1 hit on a 9/8. You know, this one was not pressed. This one came from my local comic shop. Some minor imperfections to this one that you might, I don't know if you're going to be able to see unless you're up close, but nothing crazy. Book looks really nice in a 9/8. No real scuffs on the front. Back has some minor ones on the casing. Nothing too crazy on this one. Really nice book. Anything Wolverine right now. I submitted a couple of Wolverine ones in this one. I'm hoping that there's another one from the 1988 first series of him hit, but this one was really nice. Paul Jenkins story from 2001. I paid, I think, $15 for that raw last year, and finally getting that back. All right, down to the last 3. King in Black #2. This is the Aspen Comics. Show you the back because that's really nice. This is the Aspen Comics. This is the Turner variant, cover D. You know, even though he has passed, they do a lot of work. This one done by Peter Steigerwald, if I'm saying that correct. Really, really nice looking cover with Carnage on it and the Black Suit Venom. I think I submitted 2 of these. We'll have to see. But beautiful, beautiful book, King in Black #2. So I think I paid $25 on Aspen Comics. You might be able to still get those if you're interested. All right, next one. Star Wars High Republic #1. Not a huge pricey book. This is cover A, but still one I wanted to get. I have cover A. I have some Virgin variants and store exclusives that I've already submitted that actually came back. I think it's the Gillespie cover. I submitted a trade and a Virgin one. Those both came back a 9/8. I think they were Golden Apple store exclusives. Really nice ones. This just being cover A, still wanted to submit. You know, when you look at these, what's amazing to me, and this one wasn't pressed, is, you know, there are, I wish I could really show these off. There are like just a little waviness, nothing crazy, no spine ticks or anything like that, but you know, I'm kind of shocked that some of these, you know, that some of these hit, at least in this condition, but they did. Minor little like scuffing or staining on this case. Again, nonetheless, notes first appearances of Keeve Trennis, Skier, Loden, what is it? Great Storm, Stellan Geos, and Vernestra Roth. I'm gonna butcher those names, but a number of first appearances. There's discussions that Disney may do a High Republic. We're going to find out some more stuff this week because Disney's having their Investor Day on Friday. So definitely tune in for that. And the last book is, I actually sent in two. So another Star Wars High Republic. This one will go up for sale as well to help pay for the books. So that's what we hit. 14. I got my invoicing. Let's turn and see how we did on the raw ones. Scissor, let's cut this thing open. And let's see how bad we screwed up. Again, it looks like I got all my books back in the same Mylars and stuff that I sent them in. In fact, they actually cut the Mylars, it looks like. I just watched a video from Mint Hunter Comics, James. If you haven't seen his channel, I definitely would suggest subscribing. He did a nice video, I actually liked it, on how to bag and board, which is actually really important. And a couple of things I was interested in seeing on how he submits to CGC. So you can check out his channel. He just did a video, and I definitely recommend. But it looks like they actually cut the Mylar on this one, which is I don't see too often. So first one that was rejected. This is Return of the Jedi, the miniseries. This is number 4, and this would have been really nice. You know, it's funny when you look at this, and I'll have to take a closer look. I don't see anything right outside, but obviously, you know, what I see in those books and all, some of them may not have been a 9.8 and got a 9.8, and then some of these maybe a 9.8 and didn't get a 9.8, so go figure. Next one would have been nice to hit this. This is the Wolverine. This is the first appearance of Dakin or Dakin. This is the Origins. This one did not hit. I did not have this one pressed, so this is definitely one that I will press and send back. Let's see what else we got. It's been so long. Captain America number 25. This is the McNiven. This is Sam Wilson becomes Captain America. I had numbers of copies I submitted on cover A. One I got back in a 9.4. A couple are out for pre-screens. I think they were either May or June pre-screens. This one I had actually pressed. This one I sent in, it got rejected. I pressed it, and this just came back rejected again. I'm gonna take another look, but guess what? It may go back in. We're gonna see. I'm actually planning on taking 25 books that I have rejected with all my pre-screens and submitting a whole order and seeing how we do. I am gonna try and do that. I know other channels have talked about it and all, but I definitely have enough rejects to make it happen, and we're gonna try it. I'm really interested to see how that would turn out. This is probably one of the ones I'm really disappointed at. This is Wolverine number 1. Obviously they put the sticker on it when they do the pre-screen. That's what happens if it gets rejected. They have the scan, it just comes back to you, but they scan it and in. This one, I don't remember if I pressed it or not. They had, looks like, yeah, they had cut the Mylar. I mean, it's cut. This Mylar is done. I am changing my ways of sending in. I'm not sending in Mylars anymore because they're so hard to get. I'm changing them out. I'm still sending in a thicker Comic Pro backing or a full back, but I am not using my Mylars as I send in anymore, just because it's really hard to get right now. Mylars and full backs and everything else. I'm going to show you both of these because they both got rejected, which sticks. But this is Kanto. This is the Clockwork Fairies mini-series. Both of them got rejected. Neither of these were pressed. I thought they were good enough, obviously not. So we'll take a look and we'll determine if we're going to resubmit them now, or maybe they may get put in the whole box and wait and see. Another one I would have loved to hit on, all new Ghost Rider. First appearance of Robbie Reyes as the Ghost Rider. This book's going for like 3 something in a 9.8 when I last checked. This one was really good condition in my opinion. There may be some little issues. This may be a 9.6 as opposed to a 9.4, but you know, what's the difference? They just cut all the Mylars. First time they just sliced the Mylars open, so this one's gone too. But another good book. This one hasn't been pressed. This one will be pressed and resubmitted, whether it's a pre-screen or it's a regular grading. We're gonna do that. Okay. X-Men 283. First full appearance of Bishop. I had these both pressed. These both have been rejected. I had these both pressed and no luck. I'm gonna try it again. We're gonna see. I really want to try that again. So those are gonna go back. The Aspen Comics one we talked about, I did submit 2. This one did not make it, so that didn't go. Secret Warriors, Madam Hydra, didn't make it. And then they just sent back my Marvel cards, which was nice of them. So that's it, folks. That's what we did. 14 books. You know, you win some, you lose some. I'm going to put the prices in. Please leave me comments down below. What do you think about the scuffing, about the books, about some of the issues with the books? Good, bad, or indifferent. Love to hear from you. We got a bunch of books still out there. Hopefully some more will come in, and I'm going to get ready to do another CGC 25 book pre-screen that'll go in later this month that I'll be shooting shortly. So everybody, thank you for watching. Subscribe, comment, leave a like down below if you can, and I will see you in the next video. Keep collecting and take care. Thanks.